In this workflow demonstration, we're going to illustrate how easy it is to make a quote, bring it into an order, some of the powerful capabilities and flexibility that you have there, and ultimately ship it and get it to being an invoice. Now, there's a couple of different ways we can accomplish this, and there's two types of business that Mothernode allows you to deal with. First of all, there's new business development, which is the top row over here, and that's basically beginning with an opportunity. So this is somebody that you haven't worked with in the past. It's a brand new opportunity, and you can have opportunities for existing accounts, but for all intents and purposes, this is a brand new opportunity that you want to turn into a quote, turn into a customer, and ultimately fulfill that order. Down below is building transactions for existing customers. So some of the benefits behind that allow you to bypass the quoting process and jump right into creating an order for them. So this is the path that we're going to take. We will start with a quote, but at the same time, we'll illustrate that process beginning from an existing customer account. So in this example, we're going to sell some electronics to an existing customer that we have that's purchased from us in the past. So the name of the client is Big Fanboy Inc. I open this up and I see their customer profile has everything I need to know about them, who the shipping contact is, billing contact is, and so on and so forth. You can see I have one personal contact here, which is a gentleman by the name of Josh Stonebridge. Okay, so over here what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a brand new quote for Josh. And when I do this, it takes me right into the quote, and all I really have to do here is say electronics, okay? Because I want to give this a reference, and everything else down here is basically pulled from Josh's account. I have his contact information over here, his address, and all the particulars about his account down below. So when I'm done with this, all I have to do is just click Save. So now I'm going to go over here to the Order Entry tab. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what we can sell Josh. There's a couple of items that he wants to buy from us, which he's noted in an email to me. So I'm going to click on Inventory Items over here, and he wants to buy a 60-inch television set. Okay, he has a couple of these that he wants to get. So I'm going to click Search on this. And I can see a couple of things here. I do have the 60-inch. It is in stock. I have quantity available as 11. Okay, so at this point, so what I'm going to do over here is I'll just add, let's just say 4 of these. Okay, and then there's a couple of upsell items down here below that he wants to get along with that he's mentioned to me. So he's mentioned some Blu-ray players. So let's just say that he has the Sonys that he wants to get, so I guess one for each television would be great, and then a receiver down below, so a couple of these here. So all these tags are allowing me to just grab these items here and sell them. So I'm going to go with this is one of his favorites, so I'll go with another 4 of these, and I'll just leave it at that. Okay, so I've got the receivers and the Blu-ray players, and I'm good to go. So all I have to do is just click Batch Add. So I click Batch Add, and now I have an opportunity to add more items if I want to. I'm not going to in this case. I'm just going to close this. So this is great. All 3 items were added over here. For presentation purposes, though, what I would like to do is kind of just put the receiver first and a displayer down below. Okay, so I click apply the sort over here, and now I've added these items. So now what we're looking at is that we have our quote, and Josh has agreed to this. So we can go over here, we can click print. Okay, we send this quote to Josh. Okay, this prints out as a nice PDF here for Josh to sign off on. We submit it to him electronically, download it here, email it over to him. He gets it back, he signs it to us, agrees to us, and we're good to go. So we'll close that. Now that he's agreed to do business with us, purchase it at this price, everything's fine. We see all our math is over here for us. What we want to do is we want to create the order for it. Now when we create an order, what's going to happen is that it's going to bring us into the order header over here, and we can make some final adjustments here if we need to, but everything seems to be fine. If we want, we can put in some due dates and ship dates and so on and so forth, but we're not going to do that at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to click Save and leave this the way it is. When we land on the order like this, what we're doing is we're looking at an order that's in open status. That means that there's still some refinements that are being made to this order, that we're issuing POs, we're maybe putting in some dates, doing some finalities here. Maybe he has a little bit of a change order that we need to make and so on. So that's what's happening during this process. But one of the things we want to do is we want to get this order processed, which is fully committed and then shipped, or installed in this case. So what we'll do here is that we have down below, this is our specific line items that we've got from the quote. I really don't have to do anything here because this is what he wants to order. We're good on this. But what I do need to do is order these items here from Samsung. So all I have to do is just click on the POs, and what it's going to do is going to make a PO that's tied to this specific order. So I can see when that product comes in, it's tied to this specific order. So I'm going to go over here and say Create Purchase Order. And from my list, all I have to do is just say create new PO just for the Samsung pieces. Okay, so I'll click next, and then over here I'll choose the vendor, click search, Samsung, this is the one, and now I've made my PO. Okay, so I have this. You can see here that I'll just save this, and then in my PO listing I just have the TV set. Okay, let's go back to the order 148. Over here now you can see I have one PO, and if I want to, I can receive the PO directly from the order itself, or I can go up here into my ready for receiving screen. I'll open this in a new tab, and this is the PO receiving screen that basically shows me all of the open POs that have not been received, okay, that my shipping department can automatically go into. You can click on this to see the actual records. You can go in here and click receive and receive these items right here. I'm going to do it actually from the order itself. So I go back over here, and then what I can do is, like I said, I can receive it here. One thing I want to share with you is that now if we're ready to commit this order to fulfillment, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to process the order. Okay, and by processing the order, what that actually does is a couple things. It gives me a couple of different tabs. It also locks down the line items. Okay, so this is now being committed. There's no changing this. Now I could undo this by recalling the order and making this editable again, but I'm not going to. So what I'd like to do is go ahead and ship this. And in this case, what you'll see here is I can ship these items, but the PO has not been received yet. Okay, so I have to go ahead and receive this PO. So once it's been received and it comes through, I'll just say receive all, click OK. Okay, now it's been received. Now when I go to the shipping screen, I can go ahead and ship all of these. So I'm going to click ship all, and then I'm going to click process shipment. And on this screen, I can choose put in tracking numbers. If I have a barcode reader, I can just scan that directly in here. I can notify another user on my group that in my team that this is taking place. This is shipping. And then if I want, I can even notify the customer to get an email that this product or these products are being shipped to them. It's basically going to reference the items that will be in the packing slip. So I won't do that here. I have the destination email address, which was in the quote originally. If I need to override that and change that, I can do that by going over here, putting in even a custom address if I want to. So I have that here. And I'm pretty good with the way this is right now, and all I have to do is just click process selection. Do I want to do that? Yes. So now down below you can see we have a shipment history. And when I click on this, it has the packing slip. Okay, so whether or not you use a packing slip that's going directly to install doesn't make a difference. What this is doing is recording a history of what's been shipped. Okay, closing this. All right, now what's happened is that we have this order, okay, and now it is ready to be billed. Okay, so in this specific case, what we have over here is your accounting department has a screen called ready for invoice. And now they're alerted to all of the order activity that is actually ready to be invoiced. In this case, we have order 148, Big Fanboy Inc. We can open this up here. They can take a look at this. They can make some final adjustments. They see the ship history taking place and whatnot. And then ultimately, when they're good with this, if they want, they can go ahead and make the invoice. They make the invoice, they click OK, and now it takes you to the invoice module. And this is the invoice that you can go ahead and print to the customer. If you want, you can do it directly from the screen by, say, printing selected, or print it out as a PDF. You can send it to them, okay? And then ultimately what you want to do is when you're completed with this is download this, export this to your accounting software. You can choose this one to export. They'll go ahead and allow you to export that selected item, and then you can download that into, whatever you're using, QuickBooks, Peachtree, Dynamics, whatever that may be, okay? So that is a good indication as to how easy this is just by clicking, accomplishing so much through your workflow by taking this from a quote to an order, generating as many POs as you need to, work orders even if you need to, all the way down to getting this billed and then download it into your accounting software. Pretty simple.